Alright, here we go. This is War 7. We've matched PYCB. They are currently 5-1. My team is the same as last war. Damn you, Fur. Damn you. And I actually get some different fights this war, though. So I was pretty excited about using Warlock for the two fights that I have him for. The first one here is this Ibom. And to be honest, when I took this fight, I did not read the node prior. These nodes have always been kind of nothing nodes, or at least this first one has. Maybe the second one has insult to injury, so it can be a little tricky, but I definitely did not read this one. And what's going to end up happening is I'm going to get a bunch of fatigues from the node, and my special 2 is not really going to do that much damage for power backs. And I didn't understand why. I thought maybe I just got unlucky with hits. And after I throw my second one, I'm going to realize that I have 8 or 9 fatigues on me. And that's when I'm going to figure it out in the middle of the fight. I was like, wow, this fight's taking a really long time. And then I looked and I was like, oh shit. Alright, so I start backing up and I'm trying to get them to drop off me. So I start doing parry heavies to try and get some space. And I'm realizing that I'm losing some of them, but it doesn't seem to be going away. So I just kind of finished it off, but it definitely felt like a really long fight to me. And it was because of those stupid fatigues. And then next up I have Mystic Spidey, but he's not on hazard shift this time, so I can hit him normal if I choose to. And I'm gonna have at least one debuff on me from the node, the heal block, so my defensive ability accuracy is going to be reduced by 15% with just that one debuff. And so going into this fight, I didn't really have a game plan per se. I was just gonna go with the flow of the fight, see how the AI responded, see what I wanted to do at that particular time. This isn't really a fight that you need to necessarily plan anything for, just because it's a Mystic Spidey and you can't get buffs. So as long as you don't push him to a special 2, yeah, I really don't think that you could necessarily die here unless you just got hit a fuck ton. And he goes down pretty much the same time as fighting him over on 35. It's like a 45-second fight. And then this was probably the fight that I was the most, I wouldn't say worried, but the most interested to see how it played out, because the node itself gives him some kind of power efficiency thingamajiggity or something for every buff he gets. And because I can't stun him reliably, he's going to get a lot of buffs from throwing heavies. Every time he charges a heavy, he gets an unstoppable, which is going to increase his power gain. So I put an invuln on for this fight, just on the off chance that he didn't have willpower on. And because I have to take the fight with Warlock, obviously there are better counters to this fight. But with the team I had and the path that I was taking, this was the best one that I had. So it ended up being a pretty decent fight. It's just, it ends up being kind of a long fight. My parry didn't work there. And now, because he shrugged so many parries, I don't trust my parries. So the only way I'm going to hit him is by baiting a heavy. If any parry sticks, I'm not punishing it, just because I don't know when he's going to shrug and when he isn't. And I think literally only 1, maybe 2 parries stick this entire fight. The rest of them he just shrugs. So just play it safe, call it a day. And don't get hit with an unblockable special 1, which I have done in Battlegrounds many a times. And that ended up being my longest fight in the war, just because of his tankiness and the amount of girth that man has. And next up is this Odin, and he's on Rich Get Richer, so he's obviously going to have the Rich Get Richer the entire time because I can't get buffs, but I can just reverse that power gain. And this was another one of those fights that I really wasn't sure how I should necessarily play it. Before going into the fight, I thought about using a Power Start 1, and then I was like, nah, I'm not going to waste a Power Start 1 in this fight. If I have to, I will just land hits, because my Spidey is 200 sig, and anytime he has a Wither on him, it increases my combat power rate by 25%. So if I need to, I can get to a special 2 and just hang on to it just in case I need another Wither. But I really wasn't sure if I was going to hit his block the entire time, or if I was going to actually land regular hits on him. And then at some point in the fight, I decided that I was going to do both. I was going to hit his block to build my ruptures, and then hit him normally to give him power, to push him over a bar of power so that I could get the burst damage from the ruptures. And last up, I have this Mangog. And this is the same Mangog fight that I've taken for thousands and thousands of years, and my ancestors before me have taken for thousands and thousands of years. And basic overview: without a Power Start 1, you want to land 3 heavies at the start, get 3 exhaustions, 1 Wither, let him get approximately 2 specials, 3 at the most, and then once you get your second Wither and you have your exhaustions, the fight's over. Now, personally, I like to get to 5 exhaustions and 2 Withers, but I don't always get to 5. You don't necessarily need to get to 5. You can do the fight with 2 Withers and 3 exhaustions if you really want to. It's totally up to you. But I'm just gonna let this fight finish, and I'll come back when it's all done. So we ended up winning this one. We died 2 times, and they died 11 times. Good luck to PYCB for the rest of their season. I have a feeling that our next opponent is going to be PBT, because they are in 2nd place right now, and then after them, I think that we're probably going to run a gauntlet and probably get a combination, not sure the order, but a combination of TCN, JAA, Salty, and then New Nation to finish off the season. So it should be a hell of a run if that's what ends up happening. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Thank you very much for watching.